Well, again, look, Brunson's on their own defensive box, so it's harder for them to get up and pick and roll. But Struz does a great job of attacking the offensive glass. Merrill doesn't get the shot, but ultimately the Knicks are doing a good job of making sure that they get the defense that they want out of the floor. Cavs shooting 8 from 14. And now, please welcome to the court, the Buccaneers. We have the final. After review, the bullpen reached its impact prior to being 25 skills. Therefore, it is a goaltending violation. The challenge is unsuccessful because of the mandatory timeout. New York loses to the timeout and the ability to challenge the rest of the game. Challenge for the rest of the game. Yeah, that ball was, it was slightly on its way down. That angle, yes. This one, it looks like it's still basically right at the top. That's much more difficult. That angle from tree and letting it go better, sunny line. That ball just starting to turn. Go down. It's supposed to be on some pressure. That's what first got prompted. I'll take 5 points. Now that's hard on a mostly good child. He gets into the first. Now it's looking. Where's chance to go? Start. He's got 7 points. Jay was pretty good in the boat. He's not going to be back down, but they got 6-11. This is screws three to up face. Gets it back out. That's the lucky. 9 shoots three. We talked a lot about Martin in game one. Out of the perimeter against Sundar's difficult. Very strong down there. Does not give any yield. But with nothing else there for Marlon down, that place, big advantage for the fadeaway. Screws tries. Mitchell. Second turnover for the Cavs. And the shot again, so early action here on the first. Bronson drives on Struess, counts. The Warriors are looking for a shot. Second step, whenever they pass it all. It's a double figure style. There's a 7-point victory. But what I liked on that early defense is that Struess stayed with Bronson. He went under the screen. He didn't concede that easy switch. Hopefully loses it. Get the fires down. It's a 3-pointer. And a 2-point lead. Timeout Cleveland. Kenny Atkinson very upset down the other end. He thought they should have a foul ball. And it's ready. Shooting continues there. 10-14 from the field. Come on, Anthony Towns off to a great. So very impressive. Nice patience right there to go around Struess. And then numbers in the open field. It's got to do a much better job of matching up early. We got a hook. Yes, he needs to fight now. That's it, right. Cavaliers are shooting 56% from the field to start and do down by 10. I think the offense has been unstoppable. Well, also, the Knicks have been so outstanding all season long. Sometimes you premeditate to get yourself going. I tell you what, for all the contact that happens, that's nothing. Well, and I think sometimes the referees, if they see too much for full court, then all of a sudden you get into the shooting position and then they'll give it to the offensive player. But Jalen Brunson going downhill. You want to pressure him, but once you get on the other side of half court, you want to kind of reset and give him some space. Back in. Bridges sits down. Schroeder comes in for the first time. So Schroeder, Merrill, Mitchell, Mobley, and Struess out there. Deuce McBride also seeing action. And both teams have used their benches quite a bit. So here we hit the second. And Cavs will put Schroeder as an initiator on times in this particular set, but Mitchell is off the ball. So he's kept it in a better spot on the floor. Doesn't have to work quite as hard to hit. And it's staying nicely with Mitchell. Plays catch with Shooter. On the right eye, pitcher, shaking, bang, pulls up, jump shot, it's good. Sweet move from down the pitches. Hands off it. Their defense right now, they're on pace to get this next team 38, 40 points in the first quarter. Right off into Russell. 7 over 24. That's a beautiful pass inside. Coming out of the quarter three. The ball movement for the Knicks. Once again, they're back up 10. And the cutting off ball. Those are creating the entire thing. That cutting to the lane. And everybody retreating to prevent the layup leads to an open three. Mobley goes out. That's almost close it away. Thought about a three. 5 over 24. Mobley across the lane. Gets tough. Picks it up. Strus lets it fly. And Brunson grabs the rebound. What a year for the first. Last year, both years. That pulls on. That foul the forehead. By pretty foul forehead. This is a ball we're talking about. This startle has been just a very switchable play. They don't need to because the screen wasn't simply for sure the deep barrel on the back play should not happen, and that's what just you can help off that corner, and it's a wide open look. And Joe Robinson comes in, and he comes in with under so back to Robinson. One. Always. That's the next. It finds Merrill. Merrill double team out to Strus. Over 3 quarters. And go the other way. Yeah, 3-point shooting is a struggle, Richard. 1 of 8 for the Cavs. Well, and that's what we've been talking about, especially in the first half. They've got going a few times, but the first half of game 1 it's been really struggle. And now 15 for 51 from the 3-point line. In the first half of these games, what a difference it would make for their offense. Once he called for a little screen. Not a lot. Well, the ribs a little bit. That's not a lot of movement on the far tail and Brunson on that speed. We're going to see a lot more physical speed than that, I think, throughout the game. Gotta get some deflection. But again, they're trying to get Brunson involved, and they're staying at home. You see, the Knicks are staying at home with Donovan Mitchell, not just conceding the switch. Shot clock winding down again. Strus to Schroeder. He's got to put it up. Shot clock winding down. Just gets it off in time. And it goes down. I don't even know it at first. Just beat the clock. I don't know. So that's Chandler Brunson has to get the up on that. If you got to know that you're that deep into the clock, he gave him too much space in that situation. Hart. The three. Josh Hart. It was so hot from 3-point range in game 2. He 5 of them knocks down his first. Here in game 3. And a moving screen on home before they are really calling things tight here in the first quarter. 2 fouls on Mobley. Yeah, you got to give up half a step. Well, look, they already called the other one on Brunson. It didn't call it consistent. But right there, you just can't hit his shoulder and go fly. Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, well, I'm exactly. There's 300 screens set per game. Yes. And those ones do not seem, either one of them seem like it. I think you're both right. Here we go. Here we go. First point. If they're going to call that one down here on Brunson, then you've got to call that one especially when it's that close to it. Sequentially, it's easy. I don't think that's good too. 5.5 second different shots locking in. So he gets focused. Steps back. He's in 5 people. What's up, short times? Third offense, I guess. 4 seconds to go. No fouls to give for the Knicks. Nickel flexing off that. This is, gets it. First quarter, fast to an end. The Knicks, 39 points on the board, 72% from the field. Also, 4 of 8 from 3-point range. They have been an offensive juggernaut. First quarter complete here in Cleveland in game 3. After video review by the replay center, the main field goal at 4.2 of the first quarter by Carl Anthony Towns occurred after the expiration of the shot clock, and as a result, that basket has been overturned, and the Knicks have been deducted 2 points. The score is currently now New York Knicks 37, Cleveland Cavaliers 27. You gotta be more desperate. You gotta be more desperate. This team is too good. They're too great. They're too much of a big stage. They're not finding more desperation than that.
It looks like you're really trying to push the pace. Guys running out on mates, and this is you put up 39 points in the force. This house ain't helping.
We gave them 27 points. That's what pisses me off more about anything.
Thank you, Patrick.
Some players are just never happy.
This is not a time to be happy. Job's not done. You love the mental approach right there and what he's talking about. But look, this is all about the Cavs defensively and what kind of resistance they're going to offer. You look at the Knicks in the first quarter, 12 made field goals. RJ and I were talking during the break, but 2 of those maybe were tough shots. It's just coming too easy for the Knicks. Their pace also putting pressure at the rim. That's why 10 free throws in that first one. Yeah, 10 free throws to 2. Who is the most desperate team right now? Right now, it looks like the Knicks are the most desperate. 50-50 balls, attacking the paint, and getting back on defense.
Hart, the deflection and the steal. McBride back to Hart. Hart was right at barrel left. Can't get him a fall. Jalen Tyson in the game gets the rebound. Good defense on time from Sam Merrill. Tyson. The Hart. Hart was right at barrel left. Can't get him a fall. Jalen Tyson in the game gets the rebound. Good defense on time from Sam Merrill. Tyson getting some early minutes. Here in the opening minutes of the second. They can make again from Mitchell. He said, oh, a tough shot from typical Mitchell. It's not like he's going to fight in the shot. And the pace again, though, he doesn't make each other up. The next guy will set it now. The Cavs will chase the ball the entire possession. Fortunately, Alvarado gets the miss, and now it's putting together the buckets.
Schroeder, yes, the behind pulls back. Try time to get. Nice fake inside. Beautiful defense on battle to the Schroeder. It's a 6-point lead. Putting on pressure on the line. This is that wrong. They love the wrong with blocks on the baseline with Tarling. He tells me plus the passer. We haven't seen a lot of success with that in this series. The Cavs have been not that time. Let's go feed John Wood. It's a flex cut on the baseline. Every high school team in the country wants a flex cut. Now, Alvarado is defended well there. He then comes up top for a dribble handoff. But on this screen right here, you've got it bumped with your shooter. You can't be that relaxed. And now Alvarado can just seal and break to the basket. Bowling goes to Towns, sneaks inside, draws the foul. First foul on Towns. And Mobley to the free throw line. Mobley's first free throw is of the night. Time for the next DraftKings player polls. This guy's just so important to their teams. Mitchell off to a good start tonight. You can see already with 9 points. DraftKings is the #1 sports book for live betting. Promo code SPLASH when you sign up. Mobley had the 14 points in the first half in game 2 and did not take a shot in the second half. That's not a formula for winning, and that's where you look at the Cavs. They've had some second halves where they've struggled, and they've had some fourth quarter late where they struggled, and they see that from one of their best players. So who's at fault is in part both teammates pretty much at fault. This is the second shot of boxing out. Is the rebound. Looking for Towns. Tyson on him, but again, Mobley in the vicinity. Hart fakes, Hart drives, goes reverse. He's off the glass. And that's so Mobley reluctant to leave. Hart didn't get too much space, but Josh Hart had the counter. Attacked him on the closeout. And the foul goes against Alvarado. Put a shot on Alvarado. And see, look, that hesitation right there. Because they don't want to leave Josh Hart after he hit the opposing threes coming off of the career playoff high. Now Mobley goes for the fight, and then Josh Hart does a great job using the other side of the rim to finish. His fingertips almost got a piece of that. By the way, that's the 14th foul already. The Knicks with 9:41. Jared Allen back in as his Hart. Marker time up, line down. Allen with the spin. Shot in and out. No foul. Towns end up the second. Towns had fouls from a lot better in the regular season. And some early fouls, a bunch of other things, but he's much better at avoiding foul trouble. Right here, the swipe down, passes him across that leg, wrist, and forearm. So you agree with that call, Lance? You got him. Playing defense a little bit. He always tries to put me in the sun by asking me the question. You can ask me questions too. You both have mics. This doesn't sound without religion. That was fun. That was fun. Take that one number. Next few points for Mercy. Next few points for Mercy. He's been doing this all year. This game, another possible defining game with his special talent. He's able to overcome one thing he's tried his whole career. He got to the conference final. Now, of course, obviously wants to take the next step. And I think sometimes people look at, okay, he got to a conference finals. He got that monkey off his back. I'm not going to speak for Donovan Mitchell, but he's not looking for an Eastern Conference Finals. He's not looking for a conference final. This is a player that trains and works to try and win a championship every single day. And so Robinson answered for Towns. Merrill putting some good pressure on Alvarado. Merrill's a very underrated defender. The shot clock already down to 6. Alvarado drives on hard. Gets inside. Merrill down. Turnover. Here comes Mitchell. Midfield lost it on the crossover. That's number 6 turnover for the Cavaliers. He had a lot of space on the left side of the floor. If he was able to get that crossover to go, he could have headed downhill and probably gone into that step back to the left that he loves. Bridges with Tyson on it. Tough ball, shot gets it to go. Bridges once again, it's a difficult shot. He's 4 for 4 from the field. Sometimes you just take your hat to the offense. He's in rhythm, but as a defender, that's where those easy layups. You don't want to give those easy buckets early because then all of a sudden shots just become that much smoother. Nice pass, and the finish. Really nice ball movement, and that time it was Tyson with the gun of Jaden Hart trying to pressure up and get a steal. Wide open for three. He did it before. Robinson trying to tip it. It's away. Screen set by Allen. 1-3. And out of the offensive rebound. So Tyson lost it out of bounds. Rosas going to come back hoping for the Knicks. You start looking at the Cavs in terms of the game of the series. They're going to need somebody to step up and give them that lick. You've seen it in other games where there's Jalen Tyson, whether it's Merrill, but on the other side, Josh Hart is playing outstanding. The Gale Bridges, ancillary players around the superstar, they have been the difference in the series. It's been impossible for the Cavs to try to expose the Knicks by forcing the balls to somebody. Because everybody